Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. We are here at the celebration of mega proportion. Who's who has come out to celebrate the retirement of the renowned educator, Ken Barnes. We're here at the Dr. Carey Robinson Center. About 250 people are here. We have a chef who's come all the way from New Orleans to provide the cuisine. These people you see walking over here, Zion, you can do a page every now and then, have come out. They're filing in now, getting their food. I'll be working in some kind of way to get some food as well. And in the meantime, I'm serving as the master of ceremony. I'm interviewing people. I'm doing all of these things at one time. I just don't know any different. Talk about somebody who doesn't know any different about doing multiple jobs at one time. I told you a who's who was here. We have the publisher of the greatest newspaper in Southwest Florida, the Community Press, my good friend, James Middlebrooks. Mr. Middlebrooks, I always want to call you Dr. Middlebrooks, but I don't want you to get on me. But you're a doctor in my eyes because of your knowledge. Before we go a little farther, Mr. Middlebrooks, I want to commend you on your work as an educator. Even though you're retired, you're still out there touching those youths. I just read about how the students at the Quality Life Centers math scores went up 80% under your tutelage. Tell me, one, why do you still continue to go out and work with these kids?
There's a big need. Students need to be aware of the SAT, the ACT, the GED. Teachers need to be aware of the old class test that they have to take in order to get a full-time job as an instructor. We have a lot of males without the GED. So I want to make sure that they have that part that's missing in their life, that I can fulfill that as a math instructor to help them. The pastor has given me permission on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock at our church. We even feed them when they come there. So there shouldn't be any excuse for not being able to do well on any of the math parts.
You say your pastor, which church is that?
That's Friendship Missionary Baptist
Reverend
Church.
Bean,
Reverend
give him
Bean.
some publicity.
Yes. And,
he's big on education as well.
Oh, yes, yeah. We had over 18 students this year to get their high school diploma. Fact about it, my granddaughter received her AS degree on a Friday with honors and a high school diploma on a Saturday with honors.
My man.
Yes, sir. So you know, my deal is to always, if I have the knowledge that I can give to and I charge them nothing, I can make big money if I wanted to make money. The Lord has provided me with all kind of skills, so I like to give it back, because that's one of the things that I've always enjoyed doing.
And you could get it back full-fold, I think it's in the Bible.
Oh yes.
Just give, don't look for something, it'll just come back.
It comes back.
My mom
You'll be
taught me that.
surprised at.
Right.
Yeah, be surprised.
You know, I always like, when I talk to you, I always like getting those behind-the-scenes stories. Like right now, people are probably surprised to say you do it for free.
Free.
And you could be making a lot of money doing it.
Sure, I can make $100 an hour doing that. And I've done that before, but the Lord has provided all these things for me. I just let it go, and I just give my knowledge as long as I can.
That's great, man. You, I don't know how many thousands of students you've taught, so I won't get into that. But one of the things you told me a long time ago, you said, Lee, you don't know I be remembering all this stuff. You said, Lee, there is no bias in math on a test.
No,
elaborate on that.
Okay, when I say there's no bias, either you know it or you don't know it. If you have not prepared yourself in the past, coming up, elementary school, middle school, high school, either community schools, there's so many avenues that you can prepare yourself for. You can go online now and get information online to help you with all of those tests. But the system still require you to take those exams. As I mentioned to you earlier, my grandson is doing dual enrollment. You need to get out there and if you're mature enough and you want to get ahead in the system, you get an education, and math is a big part of it. And you can't get away with it. you have to know some math. Yes. And I try to tell people all the time, get it while you're young, because then you're building your character up with that, and you won't miss out on. Math is so.
It's just building blocks.
Yes,
just
it is.
Building blocks.
All the time, man. So do what you have to do before you can get ahead in this world.
And all types of opportunities, career opportunities, open up with that math background. And based on where technology is going now, it's even more important than it was 30 years ago. I mean, it's just math folk around the world, man.
You know, in my younger days in Lee County, I've built 11 homes in this county. And I used to hold a mortgage on about 5 of them. I still want to build 4 more homes before the Lord called me in. Yes, sir. And that's
stop.
all about math.
All about math.
Yes,
let me say this. You are passionate about math. You have an outstanding newspaper now that you're passionate about. Is one of them your main baby, or are they equal?
They both equal. See, what happens with the newspaper, I had a newspaper here years ago. It called the People's Press. And you'll be amazed at what has happened between the People Press and the Community Press. Technology now is so much advanced compared to what we used to do in the past. Even if we wanted to block a line out, we had to do it by a pencil, we had to do it by a cord that we had to buy and make sure that we cut it the right way and put it there. And then we had to have a PMT of everything that we wrote. I just found out just the other day, boy, you can talk. We have a program now. You can talk, just talk and say what you want on, and it'll type it out. Dragging, it's called dragging in.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because today, you don't know this, but me and Pablo talk all the time.
Okay.
He might tell you that.
All right.
And by the way, I got him some photos today for the church mortgage burning.
Yes.
Pastor Ricky Anderson. Anyway, so he was telling me, Pablo, today, while I was driving, the same stuff you're telling me. He said, Lee, the technology is so great now. It allows us to do so many things. Because Pablo, remember when I used to see him do the old newspaper, and he said it's totally different now, Lee. We just put everything on the PDF and word processing concept and send it in.
Make you think you're English major.
Now let's go to the Community Press newspaper. One of the things I like, many things I like about the Community Press newspaper, but one of the things I'm really enjoying as I read the newspaper, I still see you, the paper, taking care of the youth. Recent paper that I read, you had highlight all these graduates and children going to the prom and that type of thing as well. And also, I know those children will just tickle to death to see themselves in the newspaper.
Would you believe our last issue? This is our 5th year. Would you believe the last issue on Facebook, we had over 14,000 hits. That is amazing.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
14,000, back up, not 14, 49,000 hits. And it's basically because of the graduation.
I see.
Every time I see someone, that's my cousin, that's my aunt. I say, man, and so I say, put it on Facebook, put it on the website, because we have a website that we put information out. 49,000 hits. I say, man, that's unreal.
And see, the great thing about the Community Press newspaper is we get to see people in the newspaper who deserve to be in the newspaper, but nobody's seeking them out.
Exactly.
We wouldn't see all of those African-American children with those caps and gowns on. I just kept looking through it and seeing if I knew anybody.
I hear you. Yes, sir. And I tell you, the young lady to my right, Jackie, she goes all over this place taking pictures.
And she happened to be a
Zeta,
Zeta, by the way.
Yeah, that's all right. That's right. And she's a true Zeta.
I know.
Yes, sir. Those other sororities, they don't know what they missed out on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
She's the best.
Yes, she is.
Everywhere I go, I see Jackie.
She's right there.
What can we expect in the next issue coming out? I think that will be going into 4th of July,
Thursday,
right?
Yes. This coming Thursday, we put out our next issue. And man, it's going to be, because see, we're honoring veterans this time.
Okay.
And We hope all the veterans that. One of the things people don't get to us in time, our circulation is all over Lee County, out in Cape Coral, out in Lehigh Acres. We go down to Naples. I've been trying to get up to Punta Gorda, but we haven't broken that part yet. But what I'm saying is, people have to get us information because we only go out once a month. Get that information the last Friday of each month before we can go out the first Thursday of the following month. So if they get that information to us, all they do is email me, and we'll follow up with it, and we'll let you look at a proof before it's printed.
And it's a good place, too, for your advertisement. Put your ads in there. You get a lot of response to the ads. You see the Lee Pitts Live section in there. That's only because of the partnership of my good friend, Mr. Middlebrooks, and, of course, you see his commercial on television. Mr. Middlebrooks, before I let you go, let's make sure I get you to make some comments about the gentleman who we're celebrating tonight, Ken Burns. When did you first meet him, and what's your thoughts about him overall?
This is a comedy type thing. He's retiring from education, but he doesn't know his wife gonna have the do list. He's gonna have to do this. He's gonna have to do that. He may even become. He's in the ministry, so his job is gonna be. See, I've been retired for 15 years.
Right.
That job was just the beginning.
Uh-huh.
His job will now start.
Ken, you heard that, man. Mr.
Yes,
Middlebrooks, do this and to do that list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a very well-respected person in the community. When you think about Ken Burns, what do you think about?
Well, it reminds me of my old days. You're trying to do your very best for the people of the community, and nothing else comes before that time. He's in sports, he's in education. So Ken is trying, and he's with adult education. And see, adult education is where we pick up the ones who didn't pick it up when they should have in high school. So now we have all older adults that's coming back to him for that second chance. And I hope they take advantage of that second chance because he has done a great job at Dunbar Community School.
You heard that right here. Outstanding. Well, Mr. Middlebrooks, I'm going to let you move over to eating, try to get a couple of more interviews before I go back to work. I want you to say something about your grandson, who's my cameraman, Zion Collier. What's he like as a little grandson for you?
That's my man. I love him. He's doing what he wants to do, and he's doing a great job. Think about it. I have 6 grands, and I love them all, and they are doing what granddad and grandmama asked them to do, and he does an excellent job.
Zion, let people see you just 1 second. Come kneel right here, and you can walk back. Let them see you, Zion. He doesn't like to be on TV. Sean, you know he doesn't like to be on TV. Kneel down, get on camera. You know where you got to crop that. Come on down, little Lord. Granddaddy giving you your flowers, man. Go ahead and say a couple more things about it.
I have 2 grandsons, and I love them both, and I have 4 granddaughters. And I just told you about one of the granddaughters who have graduated from high school already,
okay,
and doing her wonderful job starting with her junior year. I have another granddaughter who's an excellent dancer. Boy, she's
right.
down in
She's over in Miami, right?
Yes, sir. She's an excellent dancer. I see her sometime. She take this one leg, and then the other leg, she goes straight up. I say, oh, if I do that, man, my
Hey, proud granddad. Just say something like, I love you, granddad, or something.
Love you, granddad. Thank you for everything.
I love you more, man.
He doesn't like to be on TV. I finally got
man.
Zion on camera.
Yes, sir, my man.
Okay, and for the year, you're going to be giving out some awards for the community press.
Yes.
And we're going to be making sure you're going to see those award recipients here on the television show. So stay tuned for that. It's going to probably be close to the end of the year. I'll be partnering with Mr. Middlebrooks on that, okay?
Thank you so kindly, sir.
And a great job on the awards, that plaque that you put together for me last year as well.
All right.
Okay, we'll be right back.